Hello students, welcome back to our YouTube channel Psychology Patha. I'm your psychologist friend and teacher Shreya. So today we'll be doing a new video which is regarding mental retardation. So in this video we'll be doing about the definition of mental retardation and what are the classification of mental retardation according to APA. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So first, let us try to understand the definition of mental retardation. Mental retardation defines it as significantly sub-average general intellectual functioning existing concurrently with deficits in adaptive behavior which are manifested during the developmental period. So in simple words, people with mental retardation, they have sub-average or low level of general intellectual functioning, and not just in intellectual functioning, they have deficits or problems in adaptive behaviors. That is with age, as you grow, you end up acquiring new developmental stages. That is, at the age of 2 or 3, a child starts walking. At the age of 5 or 6, the child is able to go to school, learn to read and write. But here, individuals with mental retardation, they have problems or deficit in adaptive behavior, and this is shown or manifested during the developmental stage. So it is seen in developmental stage or during the milestones. For example, a child who is around 1.5 years, something like that, they try to talk, they use like single words like that. And as they grow a little, that is around 2 years, 3 years at max, they start walking. And by 5 or 6 years of age, the child is ready to go to school, sit there, learn, read and write. But this is quite not possible for those who are having mental retardation. So this is seen during the different milestones at different stages of their lives. So the definition emphasizes on the two following terms. That is, when you see the definition, there are two aspects that they talk about or give emphasis or importance to. That is, it requires that any person to be diagnosed as MR shows serious deficits in both intellectual and adaptive functioning. As we saw in the definition itself, a person who is having MR will show serious problems or deficits in intellectual functioning. That is, they may find difficulty to communicate, they may find difficulty in reading and writing, as well as adaptive functioning. That is, walking, running, like that, across the stages. And then it also emphasizes on developmental period. A child's progress is judged to be normal or delayed in comparison with norms of his or her specific age. As I told in the definition part, that for example, a 5-year-old child or a 6-year-old child is expected to go to school, get along with his or her classmates, read, write, study. But an individual having MR or mental retardation cannot do it. So here you can see that it can be diagnosed that child is having MR if he or she is not able to progress according to the age specific norms that is given. So that time it can be said that the child may be having MR or mental retardation. So these are the classification of mental retardation. This is given in general, that is profound mental retardation. They have IQ below 20, that is, this is very severe. Next is severe mental retardation is around 20 to 34. Moderate mental retardation around 35 to 49. Mild mental retardation is between 50 to 69. Borderline mental intellectual functioning or mental retardation is between 70 to 80. So in the coming slides, we'll be talking about all this in detail. So here we'll start with borderline mental retardation. So basically, individuals who are having borderline mental retardation, they have an IQ approximately between 70 to 80. they have very limited learning ability. Like they can, overall functioning is there, they are intellectually quite okay, socially as well as emotional intelligence, but it is little lesser than the normal individuals. It is little lesser than the normal individuals, and their mental development can reach up to only 11 to 12 years. That is, their mental age or mental functioning can only be up to 11 to 12 years. So this can happen if an individual is given proper training. And yes, these people can lead their life independently. That is, they can independently do their chores, that is, going to the washroom, taking bath, taking care of themselves. Definitely they can do. They have this functioning, that is, they have this learning ability, but it is quite limited. They have social as well as emotional intelligence, but it is quite lower than of a normal individual. Next is mild mental retardation. So individuals who are having mild mental retardation, their IQ is between 55 to 69. So most of the MR, that is the mental retarded people or individuals with mental retardation, fall into this category. So people with mild MR have problems in language, fine motor skills, and social skills. These skills develop really slow. Like for example, if a child is expected to go to school, read and write at the age of 5 or 6, an individual with MR may have difficulty in that. They may be able to achieve this part only after the age of 8 or 9, something like that. There's a lot of delay that you can see here. These people can function independently in most areas of life. Here also you can see that they can function independently in most areas of life. That could be self-care and all that. They can read and write and they are educable. They can be educated to the level of 8 or 9 year old of mentally. So after that, it becomes very difficult. 8 or 9 year old can learn like small, simple mathematics, simple language, all that. So individual with mild MR can learn all this. They can relatively manage under well supervision. Definitely they can manage themselves, but here they need that little bit of supervision from their guardians or the parents. Moderate mental retardation. So individuals who are having moderate mental retardation have an IQ range between 40 to 54. So these people are called trainable. They are not educable, they are trainable. That is, they can be trained to do certain things. That is, it could be self-care. They are sent to workshops where they learn to do artwork or, creating paperworks and all that. These people are trainable but not educable. They can take care of themselves, but they're not fully independent. Like they need somebody with them. They can do very simple tasks. Like full-fledged, they cannot be independent. They're very, they need that support, and they can do very simple tasks and acquire very minimal language. That is, they find it very difficult to complete a whole sentence. They cannot do that. So there's a minimal language that they use, and they can recognize shapes of objects, but they have problems in motor coordination and need constant supervision. That is, while walking or doing some activity, they need help from others. They cannot do independently. They need constant supervision of somebody or the other. Severe mental retardation. So IQ of individuals who are having severe MR or mental retardation, their IQ is between 20 to 39. They have very limited language and motor skills, and they have difficulty in expressing or communicating. In the previous three, they could at least communicate with somehow, bare minimal language is used. But here they find it very difficult to communicate themselves. They have very limited vocabulary, and they can use very one word of words like monosyllabic speech. That is, for example, water, hungry, sleepy. These are like indicators for the other person to understand. For example, if I say hunger, that means that the individual is hungry. Sleepy, that means the child or the individual wants to sleep. So here they can use only one word and not more than that. They have very monosyllabic speech. Profound mental retardation. So people with profound MR or mental retardation have an IQ below 25, that is, this is very low or extreme levels of MR, and they cannot take care of themselves. They're completely dependent on others. They cannot communicate, they find it very difficult. They remain institutionalized, that is, either they are in a rehabilitation center or in a psychiatric hospital, because they have lot of behavior deficits. And not just behavioral deficits, they have multiple physical issues, that is, they may have difficulty in sitting, standing, basic things like that. And they are prone to diseases. They are more prone to diseases because they have very low immunity. That's why they can only live up to the age of 8 to 9 years, not more than that, because here they are like completely dependent on others. They have multiple physical issues. They are more prone to diseases, and it is very difficult for them to survive. So, therefore, they live up to only the age of 8 to 9 years. So I hope you liked our small video which was regarding mental retardation. So please do comment so that we can improve upon our upcoming videos. And if you have any doubts, also you can comment here, like, share so that we can reach to more number of students who need help. Subscribe, and yes, don't forget to hit the bell button to get further notification from our channel, because once you hit the bell button, you immediately get notification from our channel that the new video has been uploaded. So it will be easy for you to go through the topics. So until the next time, you take care, stay happy, stay positive. Bye bye.